Hello, so it's a Monkeycast. Hello, I'm Aaron, and today we'll be talking about world hunger. So I've got my co-host Ethan and Tomas. So what do you guys think about it?
Uh, it's not good. I mean,
Um, well, where is the most world, where's the most hunger occurring? Do you think Africa maybe?
Yes, Africa.
uh,
So, what do you think? How do you think? I'm not sure of a clear way this can be solved because there are a whole bunch of reasons why this is happening.
yeah, I mean, it's like, uh, you know, government isn't supporting the, the rural areas, like how he said you had to walk so far just to get water. It's kind of the same thing
Hmm.
with food.
Yeah,
And maybe it's also just due to a lack of funds. I mean, there are some of the fastest growing economies in the world in Africa, but fast. I guess this is healthy.
I think in the rural areas they still hunt for animals. Do they still do that?
Yeah.
yes, it will do, and the animals
Yeah.
can also be endangered.
Yeah,
Um,
so it expends a lot of energy.
do you
It's,
think aid from like monetary aid or like food aid would help for more developed countries?
yeah, definitely. Cause like,
Yes, yeah,
We probably shouldn't create dependence by giving too much, I guess.
yeah, but like, yeah, just enough to like help them get started on doing it themselves.
yeah. So that's something I think we need to consider as well.
Mm.
About hunger, it's also very prevalent in the Philippines, especially now during COVID times. A lot of people aren't able to get the food that they need to survive. A lot of people aren't able to, they don't have the money. The food suppliers, they're not active anymore due to COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the food that they do get, it's like fast food. It's
Although
unhealthy.
restrictions have just recently lessened, but it will take a while for people to get back to um, being able to fully support themselves.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
What do you think we can do, or like, what do you think can be done to help alleviate this?
I think that something that we can do to is probably I guess donating would help, but then again, I've mentioned the misappropriation of funds multiple times. That's something that we should also consider.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
the
Um,
misuse of, like, that's why we should yeah, because it's not certain if they're even gonna use it for themselves. Because I think I saw in the news once there were like drug uh, for the people asking for money on the streets, the beggars.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. Actually, no. I think I experienced it. So, my dad, he was driving, right, and a kid came up to knock on his door, and then he was trying to say like, uh, my dad was trying to say like, what, what if I don't want to? I don't know why he didn't just give it, but and then the kid was like, my parents are gonna punish me, maybe. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
another issue with this would probably be that you know syndicates tend to use kids to
Oh, yeah.
get money from the people. So that's something that
This
that
is
we
sort of a separate issue related more to peace, justice, and strong institutions, but certainly connected.
yeah,
Like,
it's still a big issue. You know,
yeah.
people using their children to do it for them, and they
Yeah.
might not even buy food. You know, sometimes
And in
I've
fact,
heard
some
they.
people even they even drug their children to fall asleep, and so to yeah, for I guess it helps their cause when it comes to collecting money. But then these money often also ends up misappropriated. So it's also something we have to consider that despite what do we think is going to positive causes, it may not.
We also, like, to combat this, we also need to know where, like, all of this hunger is occurring, because is it all in it's probably not just in Metro Manila, right? Not in one. It's throughout the Philippines.
Yeah,
Hunger is
and
minting
obviously,
out an estimate 1.2 million families experiencing not having enough food at least once in the past 3 months, according to this
Yeah,
article.
in the world,
No, in the Philippines.
billion.
1.2 million.
Oh, okay.
That's 1%. That's 1% of the people in the country. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and that's just out of, like,
That's
actually,
just.
do you have any figures on hunger in the Philippines, like the total global hunger index? Let's see.
Yeah, it's obviously not just in the Philippines. It's throughout the world. You know,
Uh,
even in the most developed nations like uh, the U.S. or China or Germany, UK, things like places like that, it still occurs. Same thing still
let's see.
occurs.
The Philippines has a score of 16.8 on the global hunger index, meaning that it's somewhere in the range of moderate to moderate to serious amounts of hunger. Don't I guess we've been making some progress because it was like 20 something in 2019, but there's still some way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we have covered ways to fix this, but realistically, getting food to these people halfway across the world is kind of improbable.
Sadly.
Really hard for us in, like, the Philippines. Maybe not for more developed or country.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
something we have to consider. Um,
Yeah, it's really it's really sad that like all these problems around the world and there's just so many yeah all these problems with the environment, with the poverty, the pollution, you know, and it seems like it's a simple fix, but it's really not. There's so many complications when it comes to these
yeah,
problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's also something that we need to consider. But do you guys have do you have any personal anecdotes that you could tell about this? Because I'm coming out lacking here.
I don't really have any that immediately come to mind.
Yeah. Uh, that's the one I said earlier was the only one I can really remember.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah. But also I've heard that on the topic of misuse, that sometimes the parents that the parents use the money the children got to buy drugs. I've heard that's a thing that was
so not
happening.
only should we think about like whether we should give them money, but like how it's going to be used. But we shouldn't completely discount all these charitable causes. We should still we should still find ways to contribute to help these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One but yeah. So um On that note, thank you for listening to the Monkeycast, and we'll see you in the next episode. This is episode 9.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is episode 9. Next episode will be episode 10. Hooray.
One more to the big 2 digits.
Yay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Subscribe to Monkeycast Official on YouTube and follow us on
And
Twitch.
don't forget Twitch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know when we'll be streaming anything, but just
It'll be
Just-
soon. It'll be soon.
soon.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, soon. So
Alright.
thanks.
Thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye.